Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Surbi Goel, and legal intern at LexClick pursuing my BBLLB in Bharati Vidyapeeth, Delhi. So today's topic is Administrative Tribunal. So let's jump into the video. So first of all, let's talk about what is Administrative Tribunal. So, dictionary meaning of the word tribunal is a court of justice or a seat of a judge. So, if the expression is used in this sense, it includes even the court. Administrative law, the term tribunal is not used in such a wide sense. Under the Constitution, in Article 136, 226, and 227, the terms court and tribunal have been used to mean two different things. A body, in order to be designated as a tribunal, must be one which is administrative in character, but is invested with the judicial powers to adjudicate on question of law, a fact affecting the rights of citizens in a judicial manner. In the case Kyoto Hulahan versus Zalishu, AIR 1993, Supreme Court 412. So the test was an authority exercising educatory powers in the tribunal or not. So the dispute pertains to some rights and duties, authoritative adjudication. Now let's talk about the characteristics of administrative tribunal. So statutory origin. Everything engineering Mazdoor Sabha versus Hind Cycle Limited, AIR 1963. It has a statutory origin. It is created by or under a statute. Some trappings of a code, but not all. Second is judicial power of the state. Power of the court with regard to procedural. Administrative tribunal is not bound by strict rules of evidence and procedure. Decisions of the tribunal are judicial and others administrative. Not only government cases, administrative tribunals are independent. The competitive discourse is in three countries: England, USA, and India. So first of all, let's talk about England. So Committee on Ministers' Power 1932. So tribunal should follow the principle of natural justice, and the High Court should retain the power to keep them within the limits of the prerogative writs. Provision for appeal to High Court on the issue of the law. France Committee Report 1957. It was set up to consider and make a recommendation on the constitution, working and procedure of the administrative tribunal. The Tribunal and Inquiries Act 1958 enacted to give into effect the recommendation made by the constitution, made by the committee. United States of America, Article 3, Section 1, judicial power are vested in the Supreme Court. This has been the obstacle in the establishment of the administrative tribunal. Talk about India. So the tribunals are in existence even before independence, but after independence there have been tremendous growth in the tribunal system. Have you ever wondered what were the reasons for the growth and development? First, intensive government, informal, cheap, and quick mechanism. Need to develop new public law principles, technically of the subject matter, and functional and programmatic approach. In India, the word tribunal is nowhere defined. Uh, the case was Bharat Bank versus employees of Bharat Bank, AIN 1950. And let's talk about the case L. Chandra Kumar versus Union of India, AIN 1997. So whether the power conferred upon Parliament or the state legislatures, as the case may be, by subclause D of clause 2 of Article 323A or by subclause D of clause 3 of Article 332B of the Constitution, totally excludes the jurisdiction of all the court except that of the Supreme Court under Article 136 in respect of disputes and complaints referred to in clause 1 of Article 323A, or with regard to all or any of the matters specified in clause 2 of the article 323b runs counter to the power of judicial review conferred on the High Court under Article 226 or 227 and on Supreme Court under Article 32 of the Constitution. The issue was whether the tribunals constitute either under Article 323A or under Article 323B of the Constitution possesses the competence to test the constitutional validity of a statutory provision or rule. Next issue was whether these tribunals, as they are functioning at present, can be said to be effective substitutes for the High Court in discharging the power of judicial review. If not, what are the changes required to make them conform for their founding objective? The Act contains 37 sections which, we're talking about Administrative Tribunal Act 1985. So the Act contains 37 sections which are housed in 5 chapters. Chapter 1, Preliminary, contains 3 sections. Section 3 is the definition clause. So, Chapter 2, Establishment of Tribunal and Benches thereof, contains Section 4 to 13. Section 4 empowers the central government to establish first a central administrative tribunal with the benches at a separate places. Second, an administrative tribunal for a state which makes a request in this behalf. And third, a joint administrative tribunal for 2 or more states which enter into an agreement for the purpose. Section 5 states that each tribunal shall consist of a chairman and such number of vice chairmen and judicial and appropriate government. Subsection 2 of Section 5 requires every bench to ordinarily of 1 judicial member and 1 administrative member, and so on. So that's all for today. I hope you like the video. Please like the video and do subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon given below. Thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow.